going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the spring season series number 14. We're driving around in our brand new McLaren 600 LT that we unlocked in the last video, doing the final bumper-to-bumper trial event here in series 14. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out after this video. But today we're going to be jumping in to the seasonal championships. So I think we're going to start it out strong and go into the Powa Baby Road Racing Championship. You can see our car restrictions here is S2998, and we have to use extreme track toys. So S2 is a very fast pace of race, and it's not my favorite, but we'll get to it. And then our reward is the Ferrari 812 Superfast. So let's go ahead and jump over here and see what our races look like. And we've got a sprint, 3 sprint races. Okay, good deal. All right, here we go with our first race, and we're jumping in to the 2011 Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Forza Edition. And up on the screen now, you're going to see what I'm calling a tune sheet. On there will be the name of the tune, the name of the tuner, as well as the share code at the bottom. So trying out something new here, and we'll see how that works. It's been pretty good over the last couple weeks. I really do like the new layout. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So, just a heads up, I am using 3 different vehicles in this championship. So I'll use a different car for each race. I do that just to provide extra content for you guys. So note that you do not have to use a different car for each 3 races. I just do that, again, to provide some different options that can be used, because not everybody will have every car that I've got. So just be aware of that. And another thing to be aware of is this is a championship event, so you do not actually have to come in first in all 3 of the races, because it is points based off of where you finish. So you can't necessarily come in last and still win the event, but you don't necessarily have to come in first. And we'll take a look at that after this race. But we'll be able to take a better look after the second race, where we've got 2 races worth of points on the board. This thing is handling like a dream. This might be our best car for the events, just because it is a very, very well handling car. There we go. Cross the finish line in a minute and a little less than a minute and 40 seconds, so not too bad. That was a very quick race. So you can see here, for coming in first on the far right, you can see we got 20 points. If I hit continue, this is the championship leaderboard, and this is what you have to be in first place on at the end of the 3 races. So like I said, we'll take a better look at this after the second race. So we'll go ahead and jump into that and into our next car. All right, here we go with race number 2, and we are jumping in to the 2015 Ultima Evolution Coupe 1020. The share code, or the tune sheet rather, will be up on the screen now. If you recognize this car, we did unlock this last week for one of the seasonal championships. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to use this in this race, was because there's probably a good chance that a good amount of you may have it now because of unlocking it last week. So let's see what it can do here. We're already up into 3rd. This thing with this tune is handling really well. Again, S2 class is such a fast-paced race. I'm not the biggest fan of S2 racing. I like to stay around A class for street racing. S1's okay to jump into every now and then. We're just going to use these drivatars as guardrails. Sometimes you've got to do that to the drivatars in these races, these championships, just to stay competitive. Almost missed a checkpoint there. A little tip I'll give you guys is to keep rewind on. In case you do miss a checkpoint, there's no sense in, potentially ruining an entire race over one checkpoint. So it doesn't penalize you for having rewinds on. It doesn't give you any bonuses or anything for turning it off. So you might as well just keep it on and have it there in case you need it. So but we are zooming right now. This thing is so fast. And it's so grippy too. A lot of these turns that I'm braking for, I probably don't necessarily have to. Let's see, let's try flat through here. Flat through there. Okay, we missed that checkpoint. See, rewind. I tried to cut that one in a little too much. So let's go flat. Woo, okay. Probably should have let off a little bit there, but we are looking good in the neighborhood as we zoom down in here to Guanajuato and into the finish line. A little bit of style, although that makes it look like we're about to flip over and do some wrecks, but nonetheless, that's race number 2 down. As you can see, we got 20 more points for coming in first. If I hit continue, you can see we are at 40 points in total on the championship, which puts us 12 points ahead of second place. So, like I said, you don't have to come in first in all the races. You just have to be first in points at the end of the 3. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our final race and into our final car. All right, here we go in our final race, Panoramica Sprint. And we are jumping into the 2008 Koenigsegg CC GT. Tune sheet will be up on the screen with that share code, name of the tune, and name of the tuner. And let's see what this thing can do. I don't know that I've ever driven the CC GT in this game. I don't know that I drove it in Horizon 4 either. I could be wrong. I feel like it was in Horizon 4. Right now it's definitely, whoa, not disappointing. That's scary when you see some hypercars take that jump at speed. So but we're battling it out with the MC Corsa. That is in the Forzathon shop this week as well if you need a car. It's probably not a bad option with the right tunes run on it, so just be aware of that. You can pick that up from the Forzathon shop. I feel like it was 700 Forzathon points or something along those lines. This is a very tight course. And I'm just drifting around these turns, taking them way too fast. We're still in first. The other 2 championships are going to be like a really big difference as far as speed goes. I think there's C class and D class, so we're going from basically the top. You know, there is X class, but this is usually, they don't have championships. I don't know that I've ever seen an X class championship, which is probably on purpose, but we're going from S2 at the top down to D at the bottom, and then just working our way up to C. So it'll be a big change, unlike last week where I think we had S2, A class, and C or something like that, or maybe D class. But it is what it is. Those other ones will definitely take a little bit longer than this, because at least, whoa, we're airborne. Alright, so again, perks of having rewind. I don't even know how we managed to get airborne on that. We should have just toppled over it, really. So we're just gonna almost do the exact same thing on the second go around. Woo! Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the map now, but that's another way to get around the turn. So, you know, sometimes the walls are your friends. But we're going to get across the line. I think all 3 of those cars worked out perfectly well. I think the Sesto was great, probably the best. The Ultima 1020 worked out really well too. So if you've got that, if you won it last week, that might be a good way to save some money instead of buying a new car. Just use that. Again, that MC Corsa, that Maserati MC12 Corsa, probably would work out really well too. But we've got 20 points there for coming in first. Gives us 60 in total on the championship, and that will get us the 812 Superfast. Alright, but there we go. That is the Powa Baby Seasonal Road Racing Championship here in the spring season of Series 14. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did either, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. I'll have videos on the rest of the festival playlist going up throughout today and maybe a little into tomorrow, depending on how much I can get recorded throughout the rest of the day. But I hope you guys do have a great rest of your day. Definitely come back for those other Horizon 5 Festival playlist videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.